Okay.
Your video's not on.
No, it won't be.
Okay.
Okay. So that should be us going live. There is a little delay on the stream. So hello there, taxidermists and gentle peeps. This is Neil Woodman and
Theo Morris, hello.
yeah, here from Digital Taxidermy, taking some time out of our day to speak to you, lovely people. This is regarding the Click-Lock City Kickstarter campaign that is still pushing boundaries at the moment. It's amazing stuff.
Definitely.
Amazing stuff. It's been keeping our noses to the grindstone now for many weeks, and we are moving rapidly into the last 7 days of the project. So we're excited. We'll be glad to see this past the finish line. We've got Richard Daggett watching. Hi there, and Devon is here. Although they're saying they can barely hear Theo. So say some words there, Theo.
I am saying some words.
Let me turn you up on Discord. There we go. Try it again.
Hello. What about now? Am I better now? We'll just have to wait a minute for the feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, Theo, you are low on the volume.
Well, I have got you up as much as I can on Discord.
Okay. I'm just going to wait a second. I can see now live you're changing the volume. This is exciting.
Okay, there we go. There we go. You should be up more now.
Yeah.
And then I've just got to make sure that there is no echo on there. Amazing. This is how we know that things are live, people.
Yeah.
This is good. This is good. This is how we know that things are live. Right.
Hello.
So that should be fixed. So Theo, what have you been up to?
I have been making stretch goals for the last few weeks, it seems, as we ran out of stretch goals, I think kind of in the first week, was it now? Seems such a long time ago. And so let me just bring up the thing on this little pad here. Where's it gone? Yeah, so I've just been making those, which has been fun actually. What did we do? We did a set of signs, which was really nice. I enjoyed making. Oh no, shop fronts too. Sorry, shop fronts too was where it started at the £8,000 stretch goal. I quite like making little shops and little character buildings like that. So that was nice. I like the suggestion of the meat market we got and the polling station. I thought that was a lot of fun. So I put a lot of little cameras on it, so we can keep an eye on whether people are thinking the things they need to think, which was my clever satire that I did there. I hope you enjoyed it.
We had some in these things.
Yep. Some little the signs as well, the no parking, no flying signs, and the guy that wanted ham as well. So which we're happy to do. If there's something specific like that, I will throw it in. As long as it's not like,
can we have a spam sign as well?
A spam. Yeah, we can do spam,
ham, jam and spam.
Yeah. Spam, and spam. The techno-gothic stuff, which is really similar to a certain popular franchise that people seem to enjoy. That was good as well. I tried to put a little eagle in there, which was nice. The dive bar, actually, and then I'd had fun making the Cheers video. I don't know if anyone saw that, where I made the little man walk through, and it made me think, well, it's a dive bar, made me think of Cheers, and then I had lots of fun.
I have had that song in my head now for 2 weeks.
It was fun.
It's been inside making my way in the world today. Take everything you got.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, that's I really enjoyed that. I thought the Adventures of Spaceman were cool, and there definitely needs to be some more of them. They were brilliant. Really enjoyed that.
Then there's been lots of packs of like print in place doors, partial walls, various kinds of different wall pack that I'm working on at the moment. So they've all been just tons, and each one's got sort of at least 20 more files in it. So actually there's going to be a lot of files in the core set by the end, which
we haven't done a full tally yet, but like, wow, I mean, we knew from the beginning this was going to get out of hand. It was already getting quite out of hand before we even started. So hopefully we'll be able to give everybody everything that they were hoping for, and then some.
And then more, yeah.
But
Yeah.
We also have come up with a fantastic idea. So, given that you guys are all inspiring and creative people, and some of you also have the ability to make modifications, creations, and other sort of Asians, we are going to be putting in a set of template skeleton files for the walls, both side walls, end walls, and there's also the plain roof sections. And we've got a set of simple instructions for how to use these, and that will allow you to create your own greeblied up, your own style of Click-Lock City buildings. And then not only that, right? We are launching a brand new digital taxidermy website on www.digitaltaxidermy.co.uk, coming very soon. This
Hopefully
has been something else
really soon.
Really soon, I hope. I mean, about a month ago would have been fantastic, but it's coming soon. And that is not just going to be our own personal web store anymore. It is also going to be a multi-vendor marketplace. So what this means is, should you use those template files to create any of your own versions of stuff that we've made, or you create your own types of buildings or whatever, you will be able to bundle up those files, zip them up, and you'll be able to list them for sale alongside our Click-Lock City products on our website. So you'll have the option, you'll either be able to put them on there for free for people to download, or if you wanted to, you can put a price on them and sell them on from there, and you'll be able to make some money back on your creations. So we're giving you an opportunity to take that, create new things, and then sell them back, make some money as well. Why not?
Yeah. So if you want to add something to it, kit bash some stuff together, have a go. It's what we've been doing, so you may as well do it. It's not that hard.
And further from that, we'll also we've had an idea that we might be able to. So first of all, on the website, we've got lots of Greebly packs and everything available. So fans of digital taxidermy, people that know us, will know that we have a large array of Greebly packs available, with more to come. And one of the things that we may well do as part of this templating, create your own Click-Lock City thing, is to start generating pre-made textured panels and packs that you could then use to then Greebly up on, so that you can make things that fit in with various themes. We just do various themed textured panels, etc., that you can just drop in, detail, and you've got yourself a new thing. So hopefully people like that. We're quite excited about the idea, and on top of that, if you want to share your thoughts, share your ideas, share new things about creation for them, then we have our Discord, and we also have the Digital Taxidermists group on Facebook. So if you want to get in there and discuss some ideas, try and share a few things between you and make something new and greater than the sum of its parts, jump in, get chatting, see what you find out.
Yeah. See, it'll be interesting to see what you come up with.
So I guess the next question, Theo,
not better than us.
Where are we going in the next week?
Where are we going in the next week?
With regards to stretch goals.
Right. I thought we had a trip
and
planned.
The Kickstarter.
I'm mainly staying in doing stretch goals.
No, we're not going on holiday or anything. We've got work to do.
Sorry, I've completely misunderstood the question. Let's have a look quickly. Let me scroll to the right bit. So I'm currently this morning, and it should be, I have a preview for it either later today or early tomorrow, and maybe even a video. I've been working on the science lab as well. which I have been involving the wonderful world of AI, because I've spent also some of this week playing around with all those chat GPTs and Crayon and all like Stable Diffusion and stuff like that, all the AIs that everyone's getting excited about. I've been not because I won't do 3D, but I've been trying to use them as a basis for ideas, which they're not very good at, I must admit. So that is coming, and there will be a video about that. Then we've got the concrete block walls, lovely sci-fi staple, big dystopian brutalist concrete blocks. So we'll do those. I'm trying to work out how to sort of show concrete without it just being flat, but it will be flat. So there's some thinking that I have to do about that one. Shipping container walls as well, another staple of sort of industrial, and then
corrugated steel sort of things.
I think then if I can get that done, then I might be up to date, but we'll see where we get to, because who knows, we'll get more stretch goals. And then there's platforms for walkways as well. So that'll be an interesting one, because although you can already use buildings as sort of an interconnecting centre bit as a platform to connect up different walkways, you had like a walkway like that and a walkway like that, you could put one in the middle. So I'm going to think about interesting other ways we can adapt that. And I will need to have a conversation with you, Neil, about clever things that I have ideas for. But that's an off-camera conversation. And then we've got panels with ladders. We do have a ladder included in the set, a panel with built-in ladders as well. So we'll be adding some panels to the various themes and types of wall that we've got.
I know somebody was asking as well about guttering and drain pipes. And you'd originally started off about with ideas about pipes and stuff.
Yes, there was originally one of I can't share. Can I share a picture? Probably can't share a picture. Originally, when we first you first started this, and I started thinking about kind of clip-on pipes and stuff like that. That might be something we can do as well. So maybe we'll put on a clip-on pipe pack, because nothing says sci-fi like pipes, especially if you live in the Warhammer 40k universe, because that's mainly pipes as far as I can tell.
People love pipes. Pipes move things, and like, they move things in such a way that you don't have to ask questions about what's being transported.
Yeah, what's in the pipe? I had actually tried to have a conversation with an AI this morning about pipes, but he wasn't getting it. That's something for later, though. Although, if you do like pipes, as a plug, that's not even for us. We've got some friends over at, let me just click on their link somewhere on the page. The Sci-Fi Gothic Pipes and Conduits are doing a Kickstarter. So there is actually a 66 pipes you get in their set, which you can see linked from our page. They seem like nice guys, and so we've done a little banner share with them.
Oh, that's from
and they are
Wild
very
Names. Yeah.
Pardon?
Wild Names.
Yeah. Are you okay? We've got a little message here. Hi guys, I'm a Kickstarter. This is from Mike Thomas, who said, "Hi guys, I'm a Kickstarter backer. Are you planning any hollow add-ons that could be done in translucent resin? You have in the past, but not seen translucent stuff. Always see some holographic."
He then goes
stuff
on to say that he can see a sign pack and a second one in the stretch goals, but it's still good to see some holographic stuff if possible. So as well, it might be worth actually also dropping some of those sorts of things in the clip-on street signs, like the street level ones as well.
Yeah. I'll have a think. We hadn't really thought about doing translucent stuff. It's not something we'd considered. There's no reason we can't. I think.
So there's a little bit of a difficulty with the resin-based things, because the actual click-lock system itself is not highly supportive of resin because of the brittle nature of it. In order to do things out of resin, you tend to want a flexible or engineering resin, and at that point, the cost is just insane. But yeah, I guess there's the potential of doing some of the clip-on accessories in resin.
I have experimented with I've done some test prints in resin, and when they do come out, you do kind of think it doesn't quite have the flex. I did get a little bit, if you use the water washable resins, they sometimes have a bit more of a flex, and there are some other engineering resins you could do. So the reason we've not sort of said pushed it for this can be
The
done
other
with
thing
resin
I would
is
tend to suggest is that the
yeah,
tolerancing is probably not there for resin as well,
yeah,
because resin tends to expand a lot
mm,
further past
yeah,
the limits than PLA does. It tends to be
yeah,
more dimensionally accurate, which is weird.
mm.
But yeah, resin will get you smaller details, but FDM gets you more dimensionally accurate. Also, Richard Daggett said it's sad that Kirstie Alley died this
It,
week.
it was, it was.
I didn't realise that. That makes
Oh,
me very sad.
yeah, it was. She
Kirstie
was in
Alley
loads of stuff.
was very good.
Yeah,
Enjoyed
and some
Kirstie
Star
Alley and
Trek and
lots of
loads of
things.
stuff. So, here are some of the resin prints that I've done. I'll sort of hold those up, and you can see there have been sort of these bits do tend to snap off, and you do, especially with the little holes here, have to sort of dig them out, dig out the sort of expansion. I printed these flat on the build plate, and it is really good because then you can print like a whole tile in like 20-30 minutes, which is brilliant. But you can see like there is a bit of flex in this one. This I think was a water. There you go. Let you see a bit of flex, but not quite
He's broke it.
Yes, this is why
It's
we're
all
not
live, people. All live.
live.
So yeah, it's interesting. Now, interestingly enough, like with the legs popping off like that, that can happen. However, the click lock system also actually compensates for that quite nicely. And in fact, if you do get a couple of those legs pop off, it doesn't really
Not the end
affect
of the world, is it?
the structure of the
Yeah.
building incredibly. By the time you've got the roof on and you've got the side walls, obviously, if the inserts on the side walls pop off, you have a much bigger problem because that is your retaining pieces at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of there's some redundancy in there, and this you'll also see in the template skeleton files for the walls as well. Is I've reduced them down to the bare minimum of stuff that you need to be able to then create from, and there's a set of instructions in there for how to make basic designs. And what it comes down to is don't remove anything from them, but you can add to. As long as you don't cover up any of the specific details that are on there, you can add to the templates, but don't detract from, and then you'll be okay. So Mike Thomas has responded with understood. Thanks for the informative answer. I was thinking that it might be an insert into a PLA holder, maybe.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
that is
work.
definitely something that could be done. I mean, making a portal, a little aperture that you can do replaceable shop signs. I mean, this is something that, to be honest, we might not be able to get round to during this Kickstarter. However, it could definitely be an idea that we explore further, mainly because it's going to require some testing, like a lot of testing, to be able to get these done so you have the shapes, you have the tolerances, they all fit, clip together nicely, etc., etc. But as I say, after this happens, expansion packs in the store, no problems. I did send out in an update earlier this week that everybody will be getting a code that they can use. So anybody who's backed the Kickstarter will get a code which will give them 50% off the purchase of any expansions in the future, so you can keep your product up to date with all the latest expansions, with a little thank you for us for supporting us from the very beginning. So little bonus for you there.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. So yeah, I don't know. Is there
Do we have any
anything?
quick
Is there
comments on the
anything
page?
else anybody would like us to cover? We've been getting a lot of comments about additional bits and pieces and other ways that things could go together. So let me have a little look. Yeah, somebody was asking about vehicles. Well, we have vehicles available on our website, and it's all very much made in the same sort of styles. So if you wanted vehicles to go with these, check out the vehicles section of www.digitaltaxidermy.co.uk, and you'll find vehicles in a similar style already. Some people are out there letting us know they've shared links on various social media platforms.
Thank
you very much. Obviously, we have been doing our best to get it out there. If you want to help us bring more people in and break more stretch goals, then drop a link in a few places. There's always appreciated. We have a lot of people who are watching the project at the moment and are still deciding whether or not to back. So there could very well be a flurry of backers come in the last few days. And that comes down to something like stretch goals. Theo, have we set an upper limit on where we're going to call it on adding more stretch goals?
No, we haven't. I mean, it all depends. We'll keep on adding stuff. We've got them planned till 19,000. We've got some ideas that could go beyond that, but it all depends really on sort of the last week of the campaign, how much, where it goes to really. So I've added, some for now.
Okay.
Where have we got to? Yeah, we're up to 19,000 because we had another stretch goal survey. I don't know whether I'll have time for another survey. I'll leave it over the week, see where we get to. And then there might be time to do one sort of midweek next week. But I do like to run the surveys for sort of a day or so that enough people get a chance to back. Normally we've been getting sort of 60, 70, not backers, vote. We're getting about 60, 70 people vote, which is actually not a massive proportion, but some people. But maybe
it's nice to know people watching.
Something else in.
Yeah,
there is the Greg's shop as well that I haven't added yet, but could.
Yeah, well, I mean that needs to go in there somewhere.
Yeah,
Greg's must be represented in the dystopian future.
And we did have someone suggest we do a digital taxidermist or a taxidermy shop of some kind, so it would make sense for us to do that. So that may well end up.
It is surprising that we haven't been that self-indulgent yet. To be fair. So another question was, what print settings do you recommend? Will it still fit with a 0.6 nozzle? So the answer to that is yes, it will. So a 0.6 nozzle is perfectly fine for recreating these panels. Lots of our test prints were done with a 0.6 nozzle. Depending on your settings and the filament, you may find that some of the fittings are a little bit tighter than with a 0.4, but in general it is not an issue. It still goes together just fine. And if you watch a lot of our YouTube videos where we have put these things together, you will see, they snap together. Sometimes you just need to give them a little love tap on the roof, but that's about it. So that's fine.
They are then sturdy. They are sturdy when they're together. So
they are sturdy units. Yeah. One of the things when painting, Theo has expressed a little bit of concern about is how paint on some of the joints affects the tolerancing. Now. One, we're quite a long way down the rabbit hole, but two, in my early experiments on tolerancing for this set, I did find that there is a very small difference between the components holding themselves together and slopping around like a turd in a bucket. So I've set the tolerancing. It's kind of where it's going to stay, and if you get too much paint on the joints, it's going to make those joints a lot tighter. So you may then find that you might just have to scrape down some of the paint bits, or just sort of slot them together with a little bit more force.
I am quite liberal with my paint, and I do like putting on several layers of spray paint on stuff. So perhaps masking off some of the bits, like particularly the pegs on top, maybe just a little bit of masking on there could well help you with that. So
yeah. But as with any of these things, once you put them together a couple of times, it does loosen up quite nicely. The pegs and fixtures and everything that provide grip are designed in such a way that they will create more of a bite on the very first time you put them together, but that will also force them to crush down a little bit. So they will provide stability, but without actually, impeding the assembly and disassembly. So as with anything, the strength of the joint will be reduced the more you take it apart, but it won't affect the overall rigidity of the structure. See? All those engineering words.
Yeah.
What else have we got here? Porta potty, something. Click-Lock City. I don't know. I think we've gone through. We've answered most of the questions. Is there anything else?
Questions.
Sorry.
If there's stuff you want to know, keep on asking questions if you want to know things.
We'll give you guys in the chat a minute to just drop any questions in there, and if not, then we will get back to work, I suppose.
Yeah.
I
was just going to do some renders.
Doing some renders.
Is there anything you want to see in a science lab? Say now.
Yeah, what do you want in a science lab?
I've got what I got so far. Let me just bring the thing up so I can see. We have a couple of tables. Well, there's some scatter in the science lab as well. You've got various potion jars on the walls, computer terminals, power relays.
Oh, is the science lab going to have internal wall sections?
Pardon?
Internal walls, so double-sided.
They are. The science lab is pretty much all internal double-sided walls. There's one wall that isn't, because it's got a print-in-place sliding door, because I decided you wanted a big double sliding door on your science lab, to get big science. Sometimes science can be big, and so you have to move it through a double door.
Science should always be big.
Yeah.
There's
some chimneys, little sort of Tesla coil thing on the roof, some sort of a mutant growing chamber thing. There's all sorts in there. Yeah.
Nothing says science like Tesla coils.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
This is the conversation I was having with ChatGPT, the chat AI, when I was trying to ask it what should go in the lab. It really wanted to know more about the kind of science I was to do. And I said, well, it was just sort of general science. And then it led into a conversation about where the scientist lives as well. It went, don't know.
The scientist lives in a wizard house.
Yeah.
Basically. Okay, well, you've had your chance, and there's no further questions in the chat there, so we are going to call it there. But thanks very much for turning up. Thanks for taking a look, and thanks for your questions. Don't forget, if there's anything that you would like to see, then leave a comment on the Kickstarter. If you get an opportunity or feel so inclined, feel free to drop a link to the Kickstarter in any one of a myriad of social medias, forums, or other places that people don't want to see it. Don't forget, as usual, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your mum. If you've got any suggestions, leave them in the comments down below. We will see you next time on Digital Taxidermy TV. Yeah, why not? Look out for more adventures of a spaceman, and keep your eyes out in the next couple of weeks for the new look website. As it gets released, we will notify you at www.digitaltaxidermy.co.uk. And that's bye from us.
Bye.
Oh, he's gone.
Still want to be in this, don't I?